vinyl?
It's not even pronounced vinyl. It's Vinodor. Hi, everyone.
Hello?
Before we talk about that, fair warning, people of the stream, I might scream at some point. I'm playing a game as we stream, just like last time. Oh god! Oh god! Yeah, like that. How? 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 What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What were you saying? Okay. Yeah. What the? Yeah. Hold on. Argus, you take over for a moment. I'm a little preoccupied.
Very well.
And I died. Never mind. Okay.
Dueling is historically a gentleman's sport, but currently holds no value in the modern era, in my opinion.
It holds some value.
Let's see, it depends on your duel. If you're dueling to the death, that's not exactly a good thing.
Well, no, if you're dueling to the death, that holds absolutely no value unless you feel like going to prison for no reason.
A respectful duel with something non-lethal, that makes more sense in the modern era. And it's simply a challenge system. It is an honor challenge. Who can be better at what, depending on what you use for the duel.
It also is great exercise. Yeah, we were dueling. We didn't have to say that part. It's
AFK.
I mean, I don't know if it's still considered an Olympic sport. But I know fencing used to be considered an Olympic sport. It's like marching band, which I know that's going to start an argument in itself because there's so many people who say it's not a sport. There's people who say it is a sport. That's beside the point. Fencing and dueling, by all means, is a sport, and it's just undercredited to everyone. And it's also underappreciated, of course. Definitely. If you're using fake swords, that is. If you're using real swords, it's a really, really good chance of casualty. I know I'm watching it for the chat. It says there's 2 viewers. One is clearly me. I don't think it was about to die. I think it was just becoming slightly less popular. See, things like that make me angry because there's people who, like me, I consider marching band a sport. It literally follows word for word the Webster Dictionary's definition of a sport. If you look at the definition of a sport, it is a physical activity where usually teams, usually performed, or here, I'll just look it up real quick. I'll scan right through this. It's easier just to read it. Have a moment. A sport is an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment, is the definition of a sport. Now, tell me what marching band is. Marching band is an activity that involves physical exertion, and you can't say it's not physical. Ask anyone who's been in marching band. It is hell. But those are just the easiest one, too. And skill, skill right there. Playing an instrument takes skill on its own. Playing it while moving and still having the air to do both, please. In which an individual or team, aka the band, competes against another, aka marching competitions, for entertainment. And I get it, most people aren't entertained by marching bands, but if you actually enjoy them, it is the most entertaining thing ever. Like watching them make those pictures on the fields, and it blows your mind when you see like a really good marching band. And you think, this is 150, 200, sometimes less, sometimes more people who are all going in perfect unison to create these wonderful images where if a single person was wrong, it would ruin the entire thing. Exactly. I think Argus is back.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah. What is it? I was not here at the start of it.
Just discussing sports in general, like what should be considered sport, what shouldn't be, and
A sport should be anything that you can balance and have two opposing teams work together with a common goal in order to defeat the other team. Games where the teams can win without teamwork do not technically count. Games where an individual player can possibly beat the entire enemy team, that doesn't count. Games that are unbalanced, that doesn't count.
There are sports don't necessarily need teams, though.
All right, if it's one-on-one, then anything as long as it's balanced. If it's a single person competing with other people on scores, that can technically become a sport if it's organized correctly.
True. But what I just did was, you might have missed it, you might have heard it. I just read the definition of a sport, and we're just like going off of that, basically.
Ah.
Very true, because if you're too open-minded, suddenly there's no point to arguing because everything counts. If you're too narrow-minded, suddenly it's like you're unfair to everyone else.
What if a sport has to be a sport if the person designing it puts effort into making a sport? If there's no effort being put into making it like a sport, then it shouldn't be considered one. Like Rainbow Six Siege, the developers are attempting severe game balancing in order to make esport ready. Something like that could possibly.
Because that was also one of the things we were discussing was Major League Gaming is being considered a sport now for the first time in years.
Yes and no.
I mean, gaming was considered a sport back when StarCraft first came out. But then people started becoming less lenient of it.
It's not too big. It's just too unbalanced and too unrefined. I'm not sure about that one.
I'm going to have to... You say it's a child's game, but at the same time, you have to think. There's a lot of games that are designed for children that end up being better for adults. No. I'm not saying there's adult games that are better for children, but there are children's games that are better for adults. Very true. Call of Duty is just the least. Actually, no. It's the least offensive one for that particular thing. Well, I know that, but what I'm saying is there's worse games that children pick up on, like GTA.
Hey, quick brainstorm. How could GTA ever be incorporated into a sport? My idea of a GTA becoming a sport is a talent show system. People like to push the physics of that game to the limits all the time. So what if it was a talent show based game? You would have everybody having all resources at their disposal, and their goal was to wow the audience and the judges.
No idea what you're
The only Dilbert I've heard of is the Sunday comic.
Yeah, I didn't realize we had people talking on the chat. I was actually off of there. It's probably a troll. Just realized my game's still going. I don't know how to beat this part. Can't hide. Supposed to shoot this thing.
Takes more to do what?
That's what I thought.
Funny.
Is Jinner just the one person from the other day with a different name? I got you, Argus. Speaking of the podcast, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Why is the screen just red? Did you not set up an image or anything? Hold up. Destruction. It's still bright red on my screen. Yeah, it takes about 20 seconds for it to update, or for it to catch up to where we are.
They just turned gray at my screen.
Let me just refresh the page, see if that helps. It's kind of gray. That's at least less intrusive than a bright red screen.
Yep.
Oh, a nice blue fog instead of a gray fog. I love it. I love the blue fog.
Jim Rain asks if we can review
yeah,
Dilbert 3.
All right. That's. Let me look up Dilbert for you real quick. I'll give you. No, it's not. Dilbert3, from the looks of it, is a YouTuber.
Ah.
Maybe.
So Jindor, confirm it. So Jindor, confirm it for us. Is Dilbert3 a YouTuber? Is our search correct?
It's going to take about 20 seconds for him to answer, so let's just...
Masterpiece by C. Boyardee. Dilbert3 video.
Oh, maybe that's not the YouTuber's name. I guess it's just the video. Yeah, I see the videos up on my screen. I'm gonna go with no thank you. It looks like it was run through MS Paint about a dozen times by 3-year-olds.
That's so.
So. I can do a little walk through this game. So, anyways, Forgetful, I guess your name is. Whatever you're going by this time. I don't know. What was the topic you were about to bring up? Which I can understand why they would want to do that, because you can't really blame them. You don't want to be affiliated with a terrorist organization. But at the same time, it's not a good thing to do, because there are YouTubers who depend on those advertisements.
Which brings up the question: why would they not let their ads play on ISIS recruitment videos to find those videos? Like, I believe that YouTube would not allow such recruitment videos to be aired on their site, and as soon as it got detected and reported, it was shut down. Wouldn't it be more beneficial to have their ads play on those videos, cause people to notice it, and report the video more? Like, surely the people putting up the ads have access to what videos are playing that product.
No, they don't.
No?
Basically, how the ad thing works is they pay YouTube to put their ads on videos. YouTube then has the monetization setting available. So basically, if you select to have your video monetized, YouTube will place advertisements in there based on what the company has paid to have their video or to have their advertisements placed with. Which is then the person who allows the monetization of their video gets paid through that. So basically, the only one who has control of what ads get played is YouTube itself. But at the same time, I get what you're saying. You'd think they would not care, but you know how some people are. Some people would be like, "Oh, this company's ad played." Like, then people will think, like you did, that the company has full control over that. And they're like, "Oh, this company supports ISIS. Look at this. Let's never buy this product again."
I see. So why on earth are ISIS videos still cropping up and not getting taken down as soon as it's reported?
The thing is, plus you also got to think, right now there's probably about 1,001 different videos being uploaded to YouTube.
Every second?
Podcasts included. in about the next 5 minutes, there'll be another 1,001. YouTube can only look at so many videos at once. So it's really not just YouTube. It's up to YouTube as well as us viewers of YouTube to let YouTube know when these videos pop up. But at the same time, if we don't see them, we can't report them to YouTube.
So Jim Lorraine said, "It's a sanitized corporate platform, and it's surprising that any free speech still exists on it. YouTube is run by Google, meaning it's a subsidiary of Google. So actually, it is also Google's least profitable platform. So
because most of the money that comes through them goes straight back out to YouTubers.
Yeah."
No.
Not me. Alright, so he knows it's bought by Google. So yeah, it might just be a subsidiary that is running things amok. A couple algorithm changes has caused it to look like videos are getting silenced. I know Felix's, PewDiePie's videos took a sudden drop in viewership because of the algorithm change.
You see, the algorithm change is also another way of Google trying to make up the profit that they've lost over the years because of YouTube. Because if you look at it, when YouTube first came out, it was all about news, music, and music videos. And so they were actually making money off of that. But then they had that algorithm where if it was popular, they had it playing right up on your homepage. And that's when gaming videos became popular. But the thing with gaming videos is they are able to be uploaded so quickly and so frequently. YouTube, if those videos get monetized, YouTube has to pay, or Google has to pay out more and more often. And yes, that is the reason why he suddenly dropped. That's the main reason why he suddenly dropped.
Well, I once heard something. Well, I think a lot of how often does he do these comments?
Well, see.
All right,
the thing with these comments is, PewDiePie even said in an interview that these comments are meant as jokes. They are not his personal point of view or anything like that. He's making fun of the offensive material.
I know, and I think he's making fun of it.
Is there are news companies and other people who will take bits and pieces. They will like chop up the video to only show the offensive content. They'd be like, this guy supports this, this, and this, to get him to lose all kinds of things. More like
you just gave a huge compliment to the media.
Yeah, I wouldn't
because they're the trolls. They're not trolls. They don't deserve that glorious title.
They don't deserve any titles.
Especially after the CNN blackmail thing.
Yeah, I laughed at that for like 10 minutes. The fact that they literally just started a war with half the internet, not even half, more like 90% of the internet is now at war with CNN. It was the dumbest decision they have ever made.
No, Jim Nor, your comment was not a compliment. It was calling media trolls.
When Forgetful said that they're all a bunch of trolls, it's like that's just complimenting the media at this point. They don't deserve any kind of title. Like I said, they started a meme war that they were not ready for. No one was ready for the Great Meme War. CNN initiated it, and now it's here.
Utter silence. Or, wait. Am I losing connection?
No, we all stopped talking.
Okay. You're right. You haven't trusted the media for a long time, but this is like the record low right now. Yeah, Vietnam was like a pretty big contributing factor to that. Although I hear it was some media coverage that actually showed the true horrors of that war. And it was the government itself that was covering on most of it. You okay?
It's just him being him. Just ignore it. Remember, he's freshly 18. He's getting a lot of those adult emails now.
Oh, that. Right.
The adult emails have doubled in frequency.
Welcome to my universe. It is, what's a friendly word for that? Not nice? Yes, disturbing. Oh, yes. Jim was right. It has become more blatant control of information. And because of the internet and other widespread sources, we know that they are controlling information because we have other alternative sources. Sounds like a trolley case.
The problem is China basically owns America at this point. The main problem. I mean, I do.
No denying that, but it's also regional based. We're so big, we have different environments for that sort of stuff. Let's see, mostly the central areas and the central part of America. There's a lot of farmland here. It's the reason that we're like this is because of historical development. During right after a revolution and stuff, and before a revolution, a lot of our civil war and all that all was based off of the local environment. A lot of the South was farmland because it was good for crops. A lot of the upper areas was factories and other blue-collar jobs. I guess farming isn't blue-collar, though.
Definitely. Plus, honestly, Japan's probably one of the best off countries in this world, if you think about it.
They have a good mix of modernism and traditionalism as well. They have
Plus-
they literally divide tradition and modernism into areas of their cities. Yeah. Well, look. Well, let's not forget they also have the weirdest stuff. They kind of overdevelop in some areas, and it's well, it's I don't know how to describe it without getting weird.
If you think about it, they have one of the densest populations in the world, so it's gonna get weird.
Like they have some interesting ways of entertaining themselves. That not much I know.
That's one way of putting it.
Huh. So, Japan's birth rate is terrible due to economic decline in addition to not being able to adapt to being westernized. I could see that. It would take a very big leap to go from their traditionalist modernist mix, their hybridized way of life, and to put it into full-blown Western type culture. It's a big leap. A lot of people would resist that. Yeah. But also, I think another factor is why they're declining, as Jim Nor and Bruce were saying, and such is they live on an island, so there's not much real estate to work with, so you can't really cope with growing populations.
Definitely.
Unless you develop a way to artificially expand the land over the ocean.
I've
seen some places. I've seen some places prototyping with artificial islands and
Well, really,
stuff. I don't see that happening in Japan though.
You can
Yes.
easily grow an island.
No, not grow. Artificial infrastructure, sort of like much larger docks.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I'm adding to it. You could also just literally grow the land by just adding more earth and whatnot to the side of where the water is. I mean, there's actually been people who have built their own islands.
Yes. Jim and Raid says though that they don't have a golden population at all, so overpopulation is probably not the issue.
Definitely. I mean, when you have that many people and that many factories, you're going to have pollution. But at the same time, Japan's pollution problem is not as bad as China's pollution problem.
I think that's an old tradition sticking around. I'm sorry, Bruce. We're trying. It's the late. I don't know. I don't pay attention as much, and latency between this and that causes subjects to be staggered.
What did Bruce say? Japan has really shit growth rates. Their population is aging really fast. Japan won't be as powerful place in a few decades. And body pillows. Yes, we see you, Bruce. We're sorry. It's just there is delay in the chat. Plus, we're the kind of people we get on a tangent and then it's kind of. That we got distracted.
Hey, look over there so we can ruin you here. Hey, look over there at that country so we can ruin you here at your home country without you seeing it. I think we're just trying to play Big Daddy or something. Politics is the most toxic subject there is around it. That's like the most easiest thing to go on a tangent on. Okay, so viewers, should we stay on politics or should we move on to something a little bit more group friendly?
Okay, sorry about that. My call dropped.
Okay. I don't see them updating the chat anymore. Is it dead? Okay, he wants us to review Dilbert 3. You guys talk about something, I'll watch Dilbert 3. One second, I'm muting myself. Nope, 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 no. 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 Dilbert 3, 1 star. No. No. Yes. No. No. Jim Ray, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Was it when Argus was yelling no? I've been here this entire time. It's just my phone tried to connect to the Wi-Fi that's not working, so my voice wasn't going through, but I could hear you guys. So I was here responding to everything you said. You just couldn't hear me.
Hey, Paul, you're having some very late latency. Wait a minute.
So hold on.
I had the podcast on another window and it was playing back. That's what the echo was. Never mind.
So I heard him yelling no, but I didn't hear why he was yelling no.
Double three. No.
What happened?
Let's say I didn't even get through the whole thing.
Oh God.
Hey, Digital. I don't know you, but hi.
Digital's here. Digital, hello. I can't see what you're saying. My chat's not working.
All I said was
Welcome
Argus.
back, Digital.
So far, all I said was Argus.
Digital is from our last stream. He was one of our biggest fans, and we had a great conversation.
I see.
Paul's going to divorce him later. Yes, you are. He wanted you to, and we agreed for you. If my internet ever starts working again, I've got to see Dilbert 3. I got to know what it is.
All right, go ahead. What's this request? Depending on the wording, I might not do it after the Dilbert 3 incident.
You see, this is why you don't agree to do things.
I figured this was a safe audience, but I guess not.
No. Are you kidding? I'm here. There aren't children here. Up the stream. Up the stream.
Okay, so one, I do not look at RVs anymore, and two, Ian left before I did. It was a while back, like a couple months by now.
Okay, I'm going to regret this probably. I'm going to mute and go watch Dilbert 3 real quick.
Don't do it!
I will be
not do it!
right back.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah. Nice. What? I see. I don't know. How is it on VHS option when you search it? Is it that old of a thing? Is it an actual physical tape of that crazy thing? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to look at how much game time I have on that. I have, on the original Skyrim, if I can find it, the Elder Scrolls, the Skyrim, 455 hours on the original, combined with another 26 hours on the special edition. So, quite a lot of hours in that game. And actually, 4. Yeah, oh my goodness, Gary's mod is almost in par with my Skyrim at 450 hours. Skyrim VR.